Hello, and welcome to The Modern Lady, where you'll learn how to elevate your life with elegance. I'm Deborah. If you're new to my channel, please hit that red subscribe button so that you can get an update when I've got a new video to share. If you're returning, welcome back. Thank you, ladies, so much for your continued love and support for my channel. I appreciate and adore you all. Today, I'm so excited to share with you an interview, and this is an interview in a series called Pearls of Wisdom. And it's where I interview and shine a spotlight on elegant women that believe in the power of style and sophistication. Today's guest is Rachel Walker, a stylist, a blogger, and a YouTuber at the Rachel Review. And I have to tell y'all how I connected with Rachel. So I've come across Rachel's channel at least a year ago, and earlier this year, when I was releasing my book, Je Ne Sais Quoi, I sent Rachel a copy to do like an early read and give me her thoughts and share her feedback. And so I've been in touch with Rachel earlier this year and we've just kept in touch. I absolutely adore her style. I love her Instagram feed. I love her YouTube channel. And I'm so excited and delighted that she is here today. Rachel, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me. I'm excited. I'm honored.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much. And we're really looking forward to the interview. So, for those of us out there that are not familiar with the Rachel Review, can you share with us the story behind how everything came to be what it is today?
Sure, sure. So I started the Rachel Review after having already had an online website it was a website I ran with a friend of mine, and it didn't really turn out so great, but it was focused on entrepreneurial women in the fashion sector. And after we had sort of put that to rest, I thought, I really miss blogging and I really miss being online and connecting with like minded women. And so I rebranded fresh with the Rachel Review, and I didn't really have a clear direction on what I wanted it to be. I just knew I wanted it to be something that connected a lot of my passions and interests. And so, flashback to end of 2016, beginning of 2017, I was talking with my boyfriend Mark, and he was saying to me, you've got your blog, you're getting back at it, you've got a lot of style tips and things like that are on there. Why don't you consider doing YouTube? And so from there I said, I don't know, I think on YouTube people just talk about makeup. I mean, no one really wants to hear about style and clothing and elegant things. I mean, people just care about makeup. And so he was right and I was wrong. And I started the Rachel Review on YouTube. And I didn't really have a moment where I said I'm going to talk about um, being classy, sophisticated, elegant, dressing well, any of the things that I talk about now. I kind of discovered that through asking myself a series of questions about the woman that I wanted to become someday. And that's sort of where we're at. That doesn't sound like a very exciting story, but that's how it came to be. So
That is exciting. And Rachel, I love that because I think that evolution is so important. I too can relate that I've definitely evolved my style and really transformed into the woman that I wanted to become. And that helped me with what I'm doing with the modern lady. So I can certainly relate to that as well. I love your style. So we have
oh,
to
thank
talk
you.
all about your style. Because I think classic, timeless, it's so rare that we are celebrating that. We're always tracing trends and pop culture and whatever's in right now. And so I love that you believe in the importance of style. And can you talk about why it's so important to always have that consistent level of being well dressed?
Yes. So I actually just did a post about this on my blog, and it was the 10 unexpected benefits of dressing well. And my main point that I kind of argued in this blog post was that when you dress well or you put effort and intention into doing something every day, you're subconsciously telling yourself that A, you're important, and B, you have value. And it might sound silly, just putting clothes on your body, but it's not just putting something on, it's planning something out, it's thinking through your week. I could go on and on about the benefits of dressing well, but for me, they're endless. I mean, sitting down and you don't just wake up and have no idea what to wear and then rummage through your closet, throw something on, and you look great. It doesn't happen that way. I know it happens that way in the movies, but in real life, you sit down and you say, okay, I've got a meeting at work this week. I really want to impress these clients. I want to put my best self forward. I want to feel good. I want to look good. What am I going to wear? Every woman asks herself that question, and you just start there and build slowly and really just be consistent with choosing something with intention, and don't be afraid of getting it wrong or of not looking perfect. You're not going to look perfect, but through the consistent effort you'll start to really hone in your style. So I'm a huge believer in dressing well and putting in the effort.
I love that. And you talk about the power of intention. And that's really what I think is required in order to actually live out an elegant lifestyle. In order to be an elegant woman, you have to live with intention, not just with your wardrobe, but with your thoughts and with your actions. And so it's really important that we are purposeful in
Yeah.
selecting and choosing what we are wearing. And I love that. I wholeheartedly agree. So, Rachel, can you share with us a few of your favorite style obsessions right now? I know we're going into fall, and that's traditionally such a popular season of the year.
Yes. So I live in New England, so fall is really, really big for me. I love fall. I think mostly for all the fun outfits and the layering and the mixing and matching that I need to do. But some of my obsessions. So I guess if I was addicted to one thing style wise, it would have to be handbags. I am just a sucker for a good handbag. um, Jewelry. I actually used to be a jeweler. That was my first job, was working as a jeweler. So I'm really, really, prone to my pearls and diamonds and all sorts of goodies like that. Not that I have a lot of diamonds and pearls, but the few that I do have. Um, I really, really, really like a good cashmere sweater. I love the feel of it. I think it always looks put together and chic. And if you're having one of those days where you just feel kind of blah, but you want to look put together, cashmere sweater all day. And I think that's it. Yeah.
Cashmere, pearls, diamonds, you can't
Yep.
go wrong with
Nope.
that. These are definitely the essentials.
It
I
is
have
what it
to
is.
agree. Yes, definitely. So you've got this signature style and it's so chic and so timeless. Can you talk to us a little bit about how you were able to create that? Because it looks so effortless, but it definitely was probably not as easy as it looks.
My styles definitely evolved throughout the years. It's changed, and it's been something that I've been working on since I was in middle school. So, a little background story. My my mom was a big fashionista. If you look through all of her pictures back in the day, she had the timeless effort, elegance thing down. She knew how to put together a good outfit, and she taught me her style tips and tricks. So I did have a little bit of an edge growing up, but we would sit down, and this is before Instagram, before any like posting pictures was a thing. My mom would buy a disposable camera, and before the first day of school in September, we'd take all of my outfits out, we'd lay them on the bed, and then she would have me stand up against the wall and she'd take my picture, and then we'd print them out, cut them out, and I'd have all my outfits for school. So that might be a little bit much, but that's kind of where my love of outfit creation came about. And it just kept growing from there. So throughout high school, I think I was a little self conscious. So I definitely fell for a lot of the trends that I knew deep down didn't look good, but I was really, really wanting to fit in. And I'm glad I had that experience because at the time I was dressing to impress other people. And now I'm realizing that that's what that was. So I don't do that anymore, which is great. So if you currently do that and you're watching this, um, just know that you can get through that. Um, but from there, um, I, I think I really started to change my style, I would say, within the past 4 or 5 years. So I didn't really have the style that I have today back in high school, but when I got into the workplace, when I got into college, I started saying to myself, okay, how do I want to dress for the type of person that I want to be? And this is going to sound a little weird, but I always wanted to dress like a rich person. I didn't have like a specific wealthy individual in mind. I just had that broad category in my head. And I always thought, well, if money was no object and I could dress in any way, shape, or form, what would I buy? And who can I look at that dresses that way? And so I just started to observe people that I believed were comfortable. Not anything crazy, not any celebrities, just people that I had noticed were comfortable, so to speak. And there was a lot of things that I noticed were different in how they dressed than the people who were always trying to show off the fact that they had something. It was very much this group of people had really nice quality clothing, and the quality was really, really good. And there seemed to be a lot of timelessness to their looks. Things that they wore didn't go out of style. Whereas a lot of my friends that had gotten really good jobs, that really wanted to show off that they had gotten a good job, would buy the latest trends at the craziest prices with the biggest designer labels. And I started to notice a difference, and I really started figuring out the words to describe that rich person style I was going for. And the words that came out were timeless, classic, elegant, quality, well made. Um, I started noticing a lot of natural fibers in the clothing, like cotton and linen and leather and silk, versus things like polyester and acrylic. And I started noticing different brands as well. So Ralph Lauren versus Forever 21. And don't get me wrong, good taste covers a multitude of sins. So if you're shopping at a store that's not the highest end, you can still pull together a beautiful and classy outfit. But I just started noticing these differences, and it was through that I started picking out pieces and shopping with this long-term wardrobe in my head versus the short term. And that's where we ended up today, hopefully.
I
So,
love that. And I think that's so important to find that source of inspiration that you're talking about. Maybe it's someone around you. You don't even have to know them, but
yeah.
being able to have an idea and have some guidance for how you're going to craft and curate your style. And you can even pull inspiration from various people, right? So that's so
Yep.
incredibly powerful to really evolve and transform your style. I also love that you said that you really evolved it over time rather than just always having that consistent style. And I think as we go through life, when we enter different decades or when life changes happen after becoming a mom and after getting married and after getting a huge promotion and now being a partner at a law firm or whatever the case may be in your life, you may have the motivation to want to take your style and elevate it to the next level, and you can always do that. I think some women get really frustrated thinking that they're kind of stuck, and style is such a creative way to really express who you are and where you're at in life in the present moment, and you can really become who you want to based on what you're wearing, and that definitely sounds like it was your experience, so that's really awesome.
It was a long journey, definitely, but it's been worth it. The journey doesn't end. You just keep on with the journey, but it's been very the mindset shift of the long-term dressing versus the short-term dressing has been a big help.
Yes, yes, it is a journey. It doesn't end. It's always just a part of life. It's a part of living, and it's really a part of your lifestyle that it does affect your mindset. It does affect how you carry yourself and that level of confidence. And I think that really is why it's so important. You talked about dressing for other people versus dressing for yourself, and having that distinction between the two is really crucial in order for you to have that level of confidence. So, Rachel, tell us, who is your favorite elegant role model?
Oh, Grace Kelly, hands down. I'm obsessed with Grace Kelly. I it's been recent too, but I just love her gracefulness, no pun intended. And um, I think I was actually reading a book. I'm trying to think of the name of it. It's a long picture book. I'll send it to you if you want to put it in the description box or something. It's worth a read. But Grace Kelly was known for re-wearing a lot of her clothes. And if you ask me today, my generation, your generation, our generation, I think the world that we live in right now is very much you need to wear something new all the time or you're not cool or you're not it. And I personally don't believe in that. I think if you buy something that really speaks to you, it's good quality, it feels good on, it looks good, why not wear it more than once? And I don't understand this vanity with having to have a brand new all the time. And what amazes me about Grace Kelly is that here you have this woman who is a Hollywood starlet. During her time, she was at the peak of her career, who then goes from Hollywood in the golden era of Hollywood to becoming Her Most Serene Highness Princess of Monaco. Um, and and even she would say all the time that she loved rewearing her outfits. And if Grace Kelly of Monaco isn't afraid to rewear her outfits, then I'm no Princess of Monaco. I'm no Hollywood actress. I think it's good enough for the rest of us to rewear a few of our tried and true looks. So she's a huge
Absolutely.
inspiration for me.
Oh, absolutely. And I think the fast fashion has really become just this commercialism culture, pop culture lifestyle where it's always about the newest, the latest, the greatest, whatever's in for the season. So a lot of marketers have done a good job in selling those products, but I adore the idea of minimalism and just being able to get as much wear out of what you have. I think that's even a part of elegance is to be able to maximize based on what you're talking about those high quality pieces so that you can enjoy the time that you have them and enjoy wearing them as you have them as well. So tell us, Rachel, what is one piece of timeless advice, or as I like to call it, a pearl of wisdom that you live by every single day?
So well, I try to live by it every single day. I'm not sure that I do live by it every single day, but I try to be patient. And Patience and I have not been friends. We are starting to become acquainted. But I always try to remind myself that when you take a shortcut, you waste time, especially with your wardrobe. So the pieces of clothing, the things that I choose when I'm rushing for something, or when I just want to buy something because it's on sale, or when I'm going to an event and I'm just thinking of the event in itself and not of my wardrobe as a whole for the long term, those are the pieces that I end up regretting. I don't, they take up space in my closet. I have to sell them or give them away or donate them, and they end up just wasting more time than if I was more intentional in planning and in purchasing my pieces. And so sometimes for me, patience looks like holding out and saving money to buy the best version of something instead of the version that I can afford right in this moment. You know, Sometimes it's saying, "Oh, I really, really, really want that sweater, but I can't afford it at the moment," and then holding out and getting it in the long term. And so, other times, um, patience just shows up in a lot of different ways, and it's so much easier said than done. But I've found that the times that I have been able to hold out for a better quality piece or to stop myself from an impulse purchase has those moments have been what's defined my style and my channel and my everything that I do online. So that's what I try to live by. Don't rush because you end up wasting time.
Don't rush. A shortcut is never worth it. I love that. That is such a pearl of wisdom that we can apply to our wardrobes and also to our lives, our careers, our happiness. Never settle, ladies.
Nope, nope. And that was
It
a
seems
hard,
so
hard
easy.
lesson. Yeah.
Oh, yes. It seems so easy to just take that shortcut, get that instant gratification and settle, but it's never worth it.
Yeah.
Well, Rachel, thank you so much for being here. I really enjoyed interviewing you, and I am so excited that you were able to join us today. So, can you share with us where are the best places for folks to find you online?
Sure. So, for anyone watching, you can find me on my YouTube channel. That is just type in The Rachel Review and therachelreview.com.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Well,
Thank you.
Rachel, it's been a pleasure, and we'd love to have you back sometime. So, thank you so much. Ladies, I'd love to know from you. Share a comment below. What is one piece of clothing in your closet that is classic and timeless that definitely will stand the test of time that Rachel is referring to? Share with us in a comment below and we will keep the conversation going. You'll find all of Rachel's links in the description box, so definitely go follow her on YouTube, check out her blog website, follow her on Instagram. She's amazing and she will definitely inspire you to maintain your classic and timeless wardrobe as well. Ladies, thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up to share some YouTube love, and I look forward to seeing you again in another one. Bye.